hiding people and sucking the blood of children. And I don't care if you think I'm Satan reincarnated. The fact is, you may not like me, and that's your right. I'm sitting across from Putin. He knows who I am. Joe Biden.
What's that all about? You're the big man, I think.
Whoa! I know who he is.
Love Putin.
But again, one last thing. I really don't talk enough to you about this. I don't. Here's the deal. What? I want to say, oh, if I like to walk out on my road to go in. What? Come on. If I like to walk out on my road to go in. You think I'm joking? I'm not. You know what I mean? If I like to walk out on my road to go in. What? What do you think, huh? If I like to walk out on my road to go in.
This is the Truth Frequency Radio Network.
TFR.
Truth Frequency Radio.
Good morning, TFR.
Good morning.
Hi, this is Alan. I like Ironworx because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love Ironworx with Josh, Walt and Zach. It's like sitting in your front room having a cosy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that Ironworx with Josh, Walt and Zach, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the Ironworx on TFR.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. Iron Realm Media is the best on the planet. To this show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to space letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to The Ironworx with Zach, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the Ironworx and become an Iron Scout.
Well, TGIF, I just got lost my windows, figuring out why Rockfin's not wanting to go live. I don't know what the hell's going on.
It's Friday, my dude.
But it is Friday, my dudes, and welcome to the Ironworx right here on Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com. Josh, Walton, Zach hanging out with you this morning, doing our thing. What's up, fellas?
Hi, sorry, I was trying to open Rockfin. I keep promising people I'm going to give it more love, and I was opening it for no reason. So, hello, Rockfin. I love you anyway.
Shut up. Everybody. There he is. What's up, Zach?
Dude.
Ugh.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
How was your week, Josh?
Well, now that my chest's a little bit tight, makes it hard to swallow. Mouthful of coffee. It was good, just long, slow, and at least I have a 3-day weekend.
What?
Thanks, Master.
What? Thank you, Overlord.
Isn't that nice of them?
Awesome of him to befin at you. Oh my God! I'm going to shut my mouth and pour coffee in it. That's going to be messy. Oh man!
Do you guys follow? Since you're a government contractor, do you guys follow all the government holidays?
No.
God, we definitely did not. You know,
we definitely do not.
Yeah, they didn't even give us off Labor Day. The people in the office took off on Labor Day. Yeah.
That's what you got to do. It's what it represents. It's how you celebrate.
Sorry. I was typing and I made a mistake there. Sorry, Special K.
So what, is there a holiday or something that I'm forgetting?
What are we missing? Is there some fake governmental war induced, some type of fake?
I think it's Memorial Day.
Non-religion based.
Whichever.
It's all fake to me at this point. Go.
Well, that's cool. They give you Memorial Day off.
Yeah.
That's not one of those most. I don't know. They work for most businesses, but I don't hear a whole lot of people getting off on Memorial Day.
Yeah, actually having a whole day off. Actually, Shell is. She's off, so she's got a.
Considering you help make weapons of mass.
Sorry.
What was that, Zach?
Since you are in the business of helping make weapons of mass destruction, I guess. Yeah, you deserve Memorial Day off. I guess you're part of the war machine.
Absolutely, you have to remember those who died before us using our equipment.
Which I'm sure there have probably been quite a few in the military-industrial complex that have passed in the production area.
Yeah, probably so. Probably so.
Most dangerous jobs in the country.
You broke up a little bit there. What about the most dangerous jobs in the country?
Just asking, have you ever looked into that?
Oh, yeah. Tree climbers, I think, last I heard, had the highest rate of deaths and injury.
I've had at least 2 people that I've known in this town die while trimming trees, cutting trees down. Whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
That's real dangerous.
Yeah.
Super dangerous job.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know me. Every day I watch First Amendment audits. Every single day. And I'm not hearing it as much anymore. You still hear it every once in a while, but in this day and age, they want to massage the actual laws a little bit because of the climate of the times. And in this day and age, we have to get your license because we have to know who you are because, in this day and age, people are trying to blow up cop stations every day.
Yeah, more gaslighting. More bullshit gaslighting.
Yeah.
They just want to say. Let's say it so maybe you'll believe it.
Yeah. Well, we have the most dangerous. It's like, no, you don't. You're not even in the top 20 most dangerous jobs in the United States. No. Yeah. That's one of the things I think I wish auditors would kind of snap back at a little bit. But it probably is a touchy subject. I'm sure they have.
You'd be surprised how many actually do snap back at shit like that. Officer safety, move back, step back for officer safety. Don't approach me for officer safety, and they'll jump all up in their ass. Officer safety is cowardice. Public safety is heroism. I've seen San Joaquin throw that out there a few times. Yeah, that whole officer safety argument, I think, is a joke. Yeah. That's why we need to bond you and insure you and pay you $75,000 a year to protect yourself. And just that's what it is. We just want to pay you tax dollars to walk around making sure you're safe. That's what we pay you for, dipshit.
And it's not so much the officer's fault. It's their training. This is how they're trained, that everybody's out to get them at all times. And, that's just not how it is in most places. I'm sure there are bad areas, some of the big cities and stuff like that. I wouldn't want to walk any of those beats, I'll tell you that. But for the most part, a lot of these country bumpkin cops, those are the ones that are usually saying the stuff.
Is it also one of the most dangerous jobs being a person who speaks out against the established medical bullshit? Just saw Special K mentioning something sort of along those lines. I know a lot of people, accidentally fall down and drown in inches of water and disappear. I mean, it's dangerous to be that person, apparently.
Yeah, I think any work with the Clinton Foundation, I think, works as a pretty high risk job.
That's also high risk. You're right. That's also a high risk. What? Shout out Nuka-Cola in the chat. Good to see you back around asking about something I know nothing about. That's why I asked him. There was one? So what's a monkey pox? What's that? Is that where you really hate monkeys so much you go, a pox on you? Is that how that works? I don't know.
A gay and heterosexual community of men. So be careful.
So just the gay and the heterosexuals, is that what you're saying?
I saw an article. That's the community it's spreading through right now. Monkeypox.
Oh, well, if I were only part of that third group. I don't know. Guess that's those dark web horse lovers. I don't know. What the fuck else is there? I don't know.
Yeah, Allison Briscoe says the cops here are great, at least to me. Yeah, most cops, are.
Yeah, there's local, a lot of a couple that are your friends. They are. Yeah.
Shout out to Allison.
Even if you don't know them, it only takes the one bad one out of the whole bunch to make them all look bad. It really does.
That's what the saying goes. It only takes one bad apple to spoil the entire cart. Whole cart gets fucked up by one bad apple.
Mm-hmm. That's how it goes.
Well, while we're handily dismissing the current spin on the world of bullshit in the news that seems to have people all in a tizzy, a friend of ours, shout out Billy Ray Valentine, sent us a story at about, I guess 4:30 or 5 p.m. on the day of the latest planned event, in which story it stated that, such and such number of people allegedly had been killed, and that the allegedly suspect was he was dead. Well, I found a story from 2:00 in which he was in custody. So if you still in any way think any of this shit that's on the fucking TV or on the fucking radio or on all the newspapers is real, please wake up. Okay, I had to get that out. Thank you.
Realize this is just a large, elaborate conspiracy to try to increase the number of children that get killed by samurai swords. That's all this is. It's not as if other countries don't have massacres. Yeah. You're going to hear that probably quite a bit in the news. Well, it's only America that has all these shootings. Yeah, that's true, because America's got the guns. Go to other countries, all their massacres are done with other weapons. Big fucking deal. So you take the guns away and what? You're just going to have kids killed with swords or knives or bombs or what the fuck else ever. The massacres are happening in lots of countries, not just America. But because America can defend itself with its guns, it happens with the guns. China, they can defend themselves with swords. So guess what they massacre people with? Fucking swords. It's just, I don't know. This is a big lobbyist push to kill more kids with swords, I think.
You know what stops the guy with the gun?
Yes.
Another guy with a gun.
That's right.
So I'm all for, teachers being trained and having a firearm. If,
there's a joke in there about my ex-wife being a teacher, but I'm not going to go there.
But I'm saying, I would rather something like that than let's try and take away everybody's guns. I mean, that's just, these people are insane. Yes, in a perfect world, we could just destroy all guns and all the bad people would listen to the laws. All the criminals would then start paying attention to laws. No, it would be the good law-abiding citizens. And then the only people with guns would be the criminals.
And the police and the military.
Chicago, LA, and New York, all across the country. The highest crime rated areas. Chicago's death rate is ridiculous. Their murder rate this year is unprecedented, I don't think. Just ridiculous. And they want us to start acting like them? Let's be more like Chicago? No. You can't take the actions of one person and say, "Oh, we got to take it away from everybody now." Oh, that person, that monk, burned himself with gasoline in protest. We got to get rid of all gasoline now. Think of the children.
No springs. Sorry.
No, the gun thing. There's way too many uneducated people out there. Just way too many uneducated people about firearms and this and that. We need to get rid of the AR-15. I mean, you can do just as much damage with a handgun. You can buy clips or a magazine or a clip, whatever you want to call them, for a handgun that holds 30 rounds.
You can make an AR-15 a fucking pistol. They call them short barrel rifles, but they're classified as pistols. It's a handgun. It's an AR-15 handgun. So you put a long barrel on it, and now it's scary. Paint it black. Now AR stands for assault rifle. Holds 30 rounds, so that makes it a weapon of war. What the fuck else would you need 30 rounds for? What the fuck else is it in your business? Why don't you mind your own damn shit and leave me alone?
Maybe I got 30 targets out in the field. Yeah, it's silly.
Maybe
it really is.
30 rounds in one magazine acts as a deterrent to a tyrannical government. Especially if I've got a pocket full of 30-round magazines. But whatever.
And people think that these are all like military grade weapons. You know how big of a difference there is between an AR-15 that you'll get in the military and an AR-15 that you go and buy at the store? Probably about $10,000 to $15,000 difference. And there's a reason. They're the military grade weapons. They're made to be shot all the time, and they're made to, they're built a little differently. I mean, some of these, like what is it? You ever shot the M4, Josh? Is that what you guys were using when you were in there?
No. We were still on the muskets. Still on the muskets. The old M16.
And those things go look and try to buy an old M16. Those things ain't cheap. But there is a difference, is there not, between that M16 you were firing there and a gun you can go and buy at the at Walmart down the road?
I mean, you can buy a BB gun, looks like an M16.
No, but I'm saying just the firing of it and everything. The gun is different.
I don't know. I've never actually looked into purchasing an M16. But I mean, you have single shot and the 3-round burst. You can't go full auto on the M16 privately, I suppose.
I don't even think you could do a 3-round burst privately, could you?
Now, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. It'd probably be easier just to figure out a way to 3D print a bump stock.
Yeah, those bump stocks are... I mean, you don't have a whole lot of control. But if you wanted to suppress... That'd be... Yeah, my plant manager had one of those on his AR. And he used to have so much fun with it.
And that's just it. He used to have so much fun with it. Did he used to have fun with it massacring people, or did he just like to fucking mag dump his shit and see how many rounds he could send down range as fast as he could?
Yeah. You know?
Shit's fun. It's fun to shoot guns. whether you're shooting at targets, and I suppose there's an argument to be made that hunting is fun. When I was a small child, I suppose I enjoyed hunting when I didn't know any better. There's definitely something to be said for the skill and the art of hunting, and at some point, possibly the necessity. And being able to hunt is a nifty skill. But guns aren't. I saw hippies, I think, saying that thought guns were terrifying. But guns are like inanimate objects. It's no more terrifying than my stereo or this computer. It's a machine. In and of itself, it doesn't do anything. I don't care how long you want to sit there and watch a AR-15, it ain't going to do fuck all but sit there and slowly rust away. That's it. Now you can pick it up and you could probably even take it and drive the butt of that rifle and use it as a hammer, right? You could swing it. You could walk out on the field, maybe knock a couple pop flies, swinging it around. But I mean, it's meant to shoot, meant to be picked up and shot is the point. It's what it's for. But without a human operator, it's just an inanimate object. It's not going to cause any more damage than any other inanimate object. Until, of course, it's picked up by a human being. And whether the dumbass wants to try to drive a nail or hit a homer or do a mag dump downrange, it's I don't know. I've heard it asked before several times, especially recently, but why? Why would they need it? Why do you need 30 rounds? Why do you need a high capacity magazine?
To defend ourselves from a tyrannical government. That's why.
Yup.
To keep countries like China from invading. Why did the Chinese, what was it? The admiral or something like that? He was like the head of the Pacific Fleet. They said, well, why didn't you invade, Pearl Harbor when you had the chance? You had them. Like, because there'd be a blade of grass or a gun behind every blade of grass. That's not a direct quote, but it's pretty much like what he said. Yeah, we're not going to invade America. Are you crazy? There's a gun behind every single blade of grass there. It's a good deterrent.
This is a tough one for me. It always has been a tough one for me. I grew up, I guess you guys can't tell, but country, hunting, the whole 9 yards. And I didn't enjoy it. Being very sensitive, very traumatized by the whole thing. And so I guess that helped inform my opinion early on. And I mean, very early, 6, 8, about how I felt about these loud noise making things that killed these beautiful animals. That was how they presented themselves to me. Everyone I knew had them. Everyone I knew wanted them. If they got one for Christmas, that was their best Christmas ever. And I would have been so pissed off if I had ever been given a gun at that young age or even going into my teens, because I was very not there, not wanting it, didn't dig it, didn't like what it stood for. I grew up in that peace, love, hippies, mind fuckery that did a lot of damage. I get all that. And so then fast forward to me starting to understand that a lot of the world I had been presented wasn't what I'd been presented, that these people that seemed to, say they wanted to help people out and help run our country and help, keep people safe and pave the roads and keep the school systems up, just kept sending young men off to die at the hand of these fucking things. And presidents would have their heads exploded off with them, you know. So again, fed this whole anti thing to me. But then, as I also started really digging into that whole thing, our president and how he may or may not have been shot, and really getting into the level of who's out there that's really out there trying to fucking kill us. And it turns out it might actually be those fucking people, those guys that claim to want to pave our roads. And so at that point, I started thinking, you know, maybe having one or two of these around might not be a bad idea. So that maybe, you know, if somebody does come knocking on my door that I don't want to have knocking on my door, and somebody decides they want to come in, I don't want them in, you know, I'll be able to do something about that. And as I found out about other countries giving up their rights to those things throughout history, looking at England, I see you, hippie. I know how you feel. Trust me, I do know how you feel. I also then, you know, I guess I was 25 and I had a child. When I had a child, wow, did things change. That protective, I will protect this life at all costs. And if anyone else gets in my fucking way, they will be destroyed if they're trying to hurt my child. Really cemented it for me, especially as he began going out into the school system and I began to see all this mad crap going on in the news and quickly realized it was bullshit. Quickly, just by looking at the fucking facts. This was pre-flat earth. This was any logical person looking at facts, not just scare tactics. And it quickly, like I said, well, not quickly, it took probably a long time actually to switch me over to thinking that, you know, maybe there's a reason that every fucking 25 days it seems like some kind of crap is going on to figure out a way to get fucking handguns and shotguns and AR guns and all the other guns that I don't even know names of because I'm not into it like a lot of people are. I'm just trying to explain that, yeah, I get both sides of this fucking thing, and it's a hard one to really settle in my soul with. And I'm still dealing, as you can tell, as I ramble us into this first commercial, still trying to figure it out and understand what the fuck are we doing, you know, really. Anyway, all right, I'll shut up. We'll take a break. Josh is here. Zach is here. I'm here. You should be here. I hope you are. And I hope you come back. On the other side of this break, it's the Ironworx Truth Frequency Radio.
If you ever wore a suit from the store before, that's one thing. But if you ever got a suit tailored, if you ever got a tailored suit before, you know that it's different from going to buy a one-size-fits-all suit and then having a suit that's tailor-made. It fit different. The pants are different. The way you walk in it is totally different. Why? Because it's fit to you. And what I'm telling you is you need to have a tailor-made life. When you were created with a specific purpose, a specific design. You like a tailor-made suit, baby. You gotta stop trying to act like everybody else, speak like everybody else, dress like everybody else, look like everybody else. Stop putting people pictures on the wall and look at them saying that's what I want to be like. Baby, you're gonna do what they've never done. You're gonna go to places that they've never gone. You're gonna exceed limits that they've never exceeded before. You're gonna be able to accomplish things that they never dreamed about. So I need you to be you.
Extendivite is more than just a heart tonic. Do you have any of these symptoms? Night cramps in the hands and feet. Your arms and legs often go to sleep. On short walks, do your legs get aches and pains? Is your memory worse than it used to be? Ankles that swell late in the day? Has your blood pressure increased lately? If you answered yes to even one of these questions, you may have early warning signs of arterial blockages. Your body is saying that it is time to take Extendivite. These are not the normal signs of aging. They are the warning signs that accompany blocked arteries. Get your Extendivite today. Extendivite is available in capsule or liquid form for just $69.95 for a 2-month supply. To get started, call 1-877-928-8822. That's 1-877-928-8822 or visit heartdrop.com.
Extend your life with Extendivite.
For 5,000 years, the world was ruled with wooden ships by one man. 242 years ago, a small group of free men crafted a new nation built on liberty and freedom. Global elites have been fighting to destroy this new nation called America ever since. Based on actual events, Charm of Favor tells a true story of how they corrupted the election system. They infiltrated federal agencies and murdered witnesses, judges, and even presidents to keep from being caught. Now, the largest and wealthiest crime syndicate the world has ever known has been drawn out of the shadows. They have killed hundreds of Americans and recently attempted to assassinate half our congressmen. Still, they escape arrest through an almost supernatural charm of favor. Read Charm of Favor and be prepared to open your eyes to what may lie just around the corner. Charm of Favor is available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble.
We are TFR.
My faith in destiny is all I need to prevail.
Truth Frequency Radio.
The noise wasn't quite as bad, and we went right on up, and I saw darkness. I thought I was going to see the world, but we weren't quite high enough.
And welcome back to the second half of the first half of the Ironworks. Kicking off right now, Josh, Walt, and Zach. Hanging out with you this morning. Shout out to everybody there in the chats. And hanging out with us there on Rockfin as well.
Absolutely. I just actually got Rock Band open now that you tell me we're live on there.
In BCB in chat. Popped in. What up, brother? Got to play a little gaming with him last night.
The Beastmaster himself is here. What's up, brother? Yeah, I hopped in and played with Brian and Zach for a little while yesterday, or they actually hopped in and played on my sad trying to catch up map. But yeah, it was fun. And then the day before, or the night before, I actually hopped on with Andrew. Shout out there on Rock Fan, holding it down as always. But definitely, it's been good connecting with you guys. We'll make it happen. It's just turning into more of a technical issue. I mean, you see how whiz bang the show gets out there, so I can't understand why we can't just bang out a gaming show. But yeah, it's a little technical. A lot of bandwidth needed, apparently, and to be able to game, stream, keep it going, all the things you have to do. My internet's supposed to be able to handle all that, but as we discovered over the weekend, it definitely is struggling. So I need to talk to my local provider and find out why it is that I pay the extra I pay to get the band that I have needs for to do a show like we do and that we want to do. It shouldn't be a problem, but slowly but surely over time it has gotten more and more to be a problem. So as with anything, I'll have to maintain it, stay on it. I should have been staying on it as it just kept acting up, but I hate dealing with customer service. These days, it seems like they'll just hire anybody who is as rude as you can believe. I did customer service for some years, and I'm astounded by what passes for it these days. Anyway, rant over. There's no need to get off on to, in my day, we had real customer service.
Yeah, if you'd like to come play some video games with us, Wednesday nights would probably be the best if you'd like to catch all three of us. We do a little bit of production. Our production meeting covered about.
Yeah, we do. I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at something else completely unrelated to that funny statement you just made.
But we did get some production done, and we will be having tonight.
Yes, we will. An awesome guest. I'm excited.
You know, we need to get on videos. We need to get some stuff done and get them all hooked up with some stuff that we can do. But I don't have any logo stuff, so maybe we can reach out and try to get his logos before we go.
I can have him send some stuff over.
Yeah, that should be doable.
I meant to reach out to at least Austin and have somebody do it because, actually, I think I am connected with James on Facebook or somewhere. Pretty sure.
So you said 3. That'll be Monday.
Oh, go ahead.
You'll be off Monday.
Yes, that is correct, sir. Yes.
Well, being we have this long weekend, maybe this would be the weekend to try to actually make a little something go live. I mean, okay, I'll try. How about that? I really don't have a clue yet. We're talking big game that I haven't even prepped for.
I realize just how barely I'm doing what I do with my computer now. But the only way I can run any sort of gaming, I think, is at the lowest settings. Like I could maybe boost it, but it's so to actually have to stream it and play it.
Well, I can do it. It's just again, technical stuff. I'm running an old 450 motherboard with all kind of great stuff attached to it. It's just bottlenecking my graphics card, my memory. I know it is just because when I built the system, I built it strictly to do this show. I wasn't planning on gaming or streaming, gaming or any of that. Just hanging out and talking to you other people. So it definitely, we'll talk, Ian. Ian just told me to overclock my Wi-Fi. We'll talk. I don't know. I'm as technically improficient as that word I just made up. So
you should hear say, "Oh, we went to Discord." The fricker, fracker. If I can find the button, yeah, we are not technically advanced here at IRM.
Dude, how many people early on jumped on Discord and wanted us to go there for Flat Earth related great content? And I say we, that, me and then other members here of the team, and we were trying to do it. I was trying to do it, and I could not run the app. I mean, I couldn't. I felt like really dumb playing with that app because I had no problem with WhatsApp. I had no problem with Twitter. I was playing with other apps, and suddenly this app just befuddled me. I couldn't find a conversation. I couldn't find a person I needed to talk to. I would see all these messages I allegedly had, and I couldn't figure out where they were. People would say, "Oh, I'll send it to you," and I would look, and I'd believe them. It's where I could find it. So, yeah, just a very unwieldy app. And guess what? Still hugely unwieldy. So it's definitely the thorn in this whole thing for me is that thing. Again, we're talking a lot of production. We should probably move on to other things. But long story short, had a great time playing, gaming. Want to do it more with you guys. It's fun. It's great hanging out and talking, getting to know you better. Like I said, there's a lot of people who don't feel comfortable, I guess, to come hang out live on a live show. And I get that. This is not everybody's wheelhouse, not everybody's comfort zone.
Nerves.
Hopefully we make it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying, my nerves would get so shot just calling in to Ironworx.
I don't even understand that. That's what I was about to say, dude. If anything, as laid back and messed up as we do things here, it should make you feel super comfortable just to come and hang out and not feel like you're going to mess it up any worse than we do on a regular fucking basis. Look, Angela saying she's shy. If you really knew the real shyness that exists within probably all three of us, you would be shocked. So
it's not shy.
Yeah.
I'm very selectively extroverted.
That's dude, man, you hit that on the fucking head. In certain situations, I'm all about it, but most of them are not everybody's cup of tea. So.
Right.
And if you that.
What did you say, Zach?
Walt and I will go on this like a short little rant about something. You come in after You say like 3 words, and it sums it all up even better than the ramble.
The beauty and the magic of this creation we have here called Iron Realm. If it wasn't all these brains working together, it wouldn't be what it is. So,
and that's only because I'm really dense. So I need to hear it multiple times, and usually the last time needs to be super fucking simple. Maybe then I get
all right. So I see Liz says you tried to get the courage up to call. You made one of the best blurbs for our freaking commercial ever, lady. And that beautiful voice of yours, you need to call in. And I see, God, I can't understand this. Zombie Snoop saying that one time, oh, here's what it is to say. The one time I called in the show, I felt like I was going to cry, LOL, and all I want to do is come chill on the show. And that's all we want for you to do. It's come. And here's the other part. You do, like on that Wednesday thing, until we actually figure this out to go live and make it a streaming thing, it's just going to be us hanging out on a call while we play together, just like it is when we're doing it amongst ourselves or when I'm doing it with my family in Oregon. It's really been a connection of immense proportions for me and my family in Oregon. They have been a huge part of my gaming experience being what it currently is. They have definitely contributed greatly, hugely to my gaming abilities. So thank you so much for that, everybody there in Oregon. My God, if you guys understood what they've done here on my desk, what they've built for my son in there for his birthday, which he's about to jump in the mix. So we'll have at least 2 generations here on the Iron Realm Gaming. But anyway, I digress and ramble a bit. But definitely just come hang out anytime on a Wednesday. Anytime. Wednesday, we're always getting together. It's usually 5 p.m.-ish our time, Central. So, yeah. And I can't. Darren, Daz, when he called us in, he got us deleted. So.
Thanks, Daz.
Yeah, awesome, brother. No, it's just, man, it's just us. It's just us hanging out, being the same, if not even more relaxed and chilled than we are when we're gaming, as Brian can attest to. Of course, yesterday was a little crazy because my son was at the final stage installing and powering up his system, which he got his system propped up and everything on his first build. So he is very pleased with that. He'll be getting all of it up, cable managed, and hopefully on with us at the end of the week here. Well, we're here, so probably this weekend.
But it's Friday.
This weekend. That's his plan.
So
I got to see it in our in all of our glory, though. It's like when we play against computers, it's more, we have, the joking and the fun more. But when we play against other people, like Fortnite,
yeah, it gets maybe a little intense sometimes.
Ash to people. It's not like they can hear us, but yeah, it's a different game. We start, you'll hear more of the 18-year-old Zach come out.
Yeah.
Shit.
Hey, Capalicious is down for some strip poker. I'm about it. Hell yeah.
I ain't scared.
I ain't scared. Anyway, but yeah, the games, as far as what games, are really just whatever, truly. We happen to be playing Fortnite at the moment because the build went away. And that's the only reason Zach sucked me into this, because I definitely wasn't going to ever play it. Really, I had no desire to. It wasn't like even on my radar anymore. So for him to keep going on about it that week, and I finally got on it and was like, oh, this is fun. And it is. It's fun. It's, like there's intense, crazy, like stuff going on out there in a lot of gaming. If you ever turn on to a gaming channel on YouTube as you go through, you see some, intense little energy drinked up little teenagers going raging off or whatever. But, to me, this game is a little more I don't know. It's cute. It's funny. It's cartoony. It's a little more family friendly. Shooting each other's face off is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, absolutely. And the reason I like it is because they use a really good anti-cheat. If you get caught on Fortnite, they ban your computer, the actual computer, not your IP address or this or that, but the hardware on your computer.
So when somebody walks up and wipes all four of us out at one swift go, there's something questionable going on.
Yeah, Jaron had that guy. I don't know if he got banned, but he turned him in. He went back and watched him play.
Yeah. But anything is on the table. Truly, if there's something that's more your wheelhouse gaming wise that you would prefer us to get into with you and check out, definitely open to suggestions on that.
So I'm going to drop you a link for some of the new gameplay for the Ghost Recon. I've been playing the Division 2, which is fun. There's a satisfaction. You can actually, there's a setting in there, so the very last shot that takes away the final bit of hit points on your enemies, that very final kill shot, boosts the volume, goes up just a touch. I mean, you'd be surprised what just that little bit of nuance to the game, just boosting the volume on that last shot, makes it so much more satisfying when you actually take somebody down. Just that one little thing. I thought that was really interesting. But I'm having a lot of fun playing the Division 2, but I was thinking about going Rainbow Six. But Rainbow Six, because I thought squad-based, let's do that. That'd be fun. But that's just very involved and a bit more involvement and investment in my time and emotions than I wanted to put forth. So I got to looking at Ghost Recon, and I remember playing the first few, and it was different because it's one of those sort of permadeath games where you have a health bar, but once it's gone, you start over. There's no like regeneration and things like that. I think they've improved some and sort of combining a couple of the Ghost Recons where you can actually heal players or stuff. But I'll send you some of the gameplay for one of the recent ones. It was pretty dang good. But yeah, I mean, the cartoony stuff, I guess, has its place. But for my therapeutic needs, I need something a little bit more realistic.
Yeah, we used to really get into Ghost Recon. That's why still to this day, you'll hear me when I shoot somebody, Tango down.
Yeah, you definitely do. And I see you there, Hippie, in chat playing Halo. That was my long run of just constantly playing it. Got into it heavily. Had like groups that would meet up and run together, and yeah, that was my heydays. So definitely, I'm there with you. I played a lot of Halo all the way up till the current one, which just dropped some new stuff, new maps. Actual Halo feeling maps, actual. So if you've been wondering why they don't have those anymore, there's a new one. Get back in if you haven't played. I play that a lot more than anybody, I guess, that I know, because apparently it has fallen off a bit since it launched. And I get it. The new company that owns it has mishandled it quite a bit, from what I understand, and I get that. The way all this whole new thing with the battle passes and you can't have this unless you spend money on it and stuff. I don't get that. I mean, I get it. That's how they make their money on a free game, but still, that whole thing, I want to play. I just want to play. What? I remember Solstice, Liz. Yes, I do. I play a lot of different stuff. I used to spend hours playing Mahjong on frickin'.
Me too.
Dude, I love. Me and my mom would play that stuff forever on Sega Genesis.
Really enjoyed some Mahjong when I first found it. Shout out to Enlightened Dawn just waking up. Sans her glasses.
Good morning.
So she doesn't want to jump into chat so much. Well, tell you what, Liz, you say hi, and anybody that responds, we'll just read it out loud for you. So you just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hey there, Don, says Callum Wilkinson. Dawn, says Ben Flat.
Right.
Dawn,
hello. Dumb nut man. What? Hippie, get on with me and play some Halo. I am what is it? What's my stupid name on there? Plucky Man? No. Yeah, Plucky Matter? Is that my name? No. Lucky Mallet? I don't even know my own name on that game. They didn't give me my old name, so I don't know what it is anymore. I'll let you know when I get it.
Hi,
think
at
that's it.
Dawn. Good to see you. LOL, says Ian. At Enlightened Dawn. Hiya, sweetheart, says Capilicious.
With a heart
With,
face, heart-eyed emoji. You have to include the heart-eyed emoji.
Could have sworn it was one I had missed, but yeah, I was getting to that one.
Dawn with a yellow heart.
GTSY Dawn, says Angela Baby Carson. Dawn, waving hearts. Yellow hearts, Forever Love 774. Liz the Armor says, hi, Dawn, are you still having problems with your glasses? You need a few cheap pairs. Yes, I
Or you
thoroughly
just commit and you get the granny chain around your neck like the librarian has, and you just go with it. You just lean hard into it, Dawn. Get with sparkly beads or fake crib, whatever your thing is. You lean hard into those glasses and retain them on your person. I understand.
Dawn, says Allison Briscoe.
I haven't seen my glasses since. I don't know where they are.
I have a pair
only
here
wear
and a pair.
I'm driving in. So, and I don't do that very often. Yeah, I haven't seen my glass. I don't know where they are now. I just started thinking about it. Where did I lay my glasses down? They're probably in my truck. So I planted some golden seal.
Yeah.
Wednesday afternoon.
Wait, what?
It's been cloudy and rainy every day since. It was like I asked, because we were having horrible heat. It was like 85 plus for a week straight in mid-May, which is ridiculous, even for around here where we're at this far south. And the plants were not happy. You know, when they're in their grow stage, they don't want it to be so hot that they're like sagging over. But since Wednesday, it has been rainy and overcast. We've had rain every day. It was like the creator looked down and said, you know what? I know you love that golden seal so much. I'm going to help you make sure that these things have an easy time rooting in and getting going. And I bought 5 of them and they sent 9. And Josh kind of clarified this for me. They weren't really sure which ones would take. And, you know, I'm sure they have some that don't. So they sent me 9 of them. Well, already 5 of them have the little green stuff growing off of them. So we got the 5 for sure. Now I'm just waiting for the other 4, see what they do. If they don't start growing, I'm just going to pull the roots out and crush them up and have some golden seal ready to go. But yeah, I'm really excited. This is the first time. Well, no, I've grown golden seal once before, but it was right before I left Indiana. It was that summer. So I don't know what they look like now. Don't even know if they're still there. But these are going to be here for a while. They have their own garden bed. Yeah. I mean, if you don't know about golden seal, go look into it. It's the best probiotic that I've found. You start getting a little sick, little sniffles or something like that, the doctors will try to give you antibiotics, which is detrimental to your gut. It kills your good, flora, your bacterial flora in your gut. Well, the probiotics, it doesn't attack your gut. It boosts your immune system. A lot of times, especially with older people that, are given antibiotics, they'll tell them, hey, go ahead and take a probiotic. And a lot of people think, oh, that'd be counterintuitive, wouldn't it? But no, because you're just trying to attack the bad bacteria in your gut. But the antibiotic doesn't know that. It just attacks everything. Well, those probiotics, they boost your immune system. It's so good, so much better than, to me, antibiotics is kind of almost like chemotherapy. Now, antibiotics, they do work. Don't get me wrong.
Anti-life would be like something bad? I can't imagine.
Anti-life is what it stands for. So, I mean, antibiotics, as much as they do help people, I am not a big fan. It's mold. It's like a fungus. You know, it's not something I think we're supposed to be eating. Yeah, it does kill all kinds of bacteria, but it does also hurt you.
It can hurt you. It can help you. Just as with many plants upon the plane, if you don't know your way around it, it's not a plant. It's not even a thing that we can understand on this plane. It doesn't fit into any classification. It is its own classification. It doesn't fit with any other species, phyla, any of it. It's, yeah. And knowing that, and knowing that it has a psychedelic aspect that connects us with, lots of things, it's quite interesting when you think of other lands and things being sent here from other lands, by way of, I don't know, meteors or things like that. Just wild eye in the sky type stuff is all I'm talking about here. Ignore me. Just ignore me. People from the outer lands wouldn't have sent mushrooms here to help us grow and evolve, would they? No.
Or it was the remnants of the ones that they left behind.
Could be that too.
Or the one that they left behind.
The one that's completely covering everything and is all the biggest organism in the world. That one that you're speaking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one that's probably just using us to keep it alive.
Probably. Yeah. That's
probably. Yeah. Just throwing it out there.
We got the last little bit of psilocybin chilling in the freezer. There's a possibility we might do a little dosage this weekend.
Oh.
I'm not a big fan from what I've seen. It just makes me isolate. And either I don't really feel well, either I overdo it on the food poisoning, or I don't know. For some reason, she just makes me want to cocoon. And that's that's what I do. I just kind of disappear into my own little thing away from others. That's all right. Small doses, I guess, is key. Anyway, stick around. We got more coming up. At least another full hour of the Ironworks right here. Truth Frequency Radio, TFRLive.com, Rockfin, and YouTube, and Facebook, and DLive, and Odyssey. All sorts of places. We'll see you on the other side.
Hi, my name is Ella, and I'm 10 years old. I'm one of the millions of children born to parents suffering from the sheeple virus. Symptoms include the inability to think for oneself, the attention span of a goldfish, and a strong belief in government and the mainstream media. It is estimated that 1 out of every 2 children are being raised by parents infected with the sheeple virus. But there is a cure. For as little as 19 cents per day, you can become a TFR supporter and help children like me get their daily dose of truth. Together, we will make sure every child has protection from deception.
And then I see a picture, I say, Nancy Pelosi, well, where's her mask? And I'll tell you what, she must have treated that beauty salon owner pretty badly. She uses the salon, and the salon turned her in. I was set up. Nancy, you're not supposed to get set up. I was set up. Nancy, you're not supposed to get set up. You must wear your mask. You have to wear your mask. You must wear your mask. You have to wear your mask. I was set up. Nancy, you're not supposed to get set up. How much do they hate Nancy Pelosi? This is a big crazy Nancy. Just like the biggest story. Highly overrated person. Let me just say, they just turned off the camera because they don't want me saying that. and the salon turned her in. If she was set up, then she shouldn't be leading. You know what she should have done, honestly? She should have said, I made a mistake. And then she made a terrible mistake. I was set up. Then you're not supposed to get set up. I was set up. Then you're not supposed to get set up. You must wear your mask. You have to wear your mask. You must wear your mask. You have to wear your mask. I was set up. Then you're not supposed to get set up.
As it turns out, it was a setup. So I take responsibility for falling for a setup. I don't wear a mask when I'm washing my hair. Do you wear a mask when you're washing your hair? I've been there many, many times. I always have a mask. Since we passed the bill, I always have a mask. Now, I just had my hair washed. I just came out of the bowl. Now, I just had my hair washed, and that's all I'm going to say.
I was set up. Then you're not supposed to get set up. I was set up.
You are now tuned into the truth frequency.
We are TFR.
Truth Frequency Radio. Good morning. I'm here. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
Wake up!
Wake up!
What is dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet. Tell me things, internet. The earth is flat. It's like school in your hand.
Dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe the dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there.
There was one?
There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard.
And welcome back to the first half of the second half of the Ironworks, kicking off right now. Josh, Walt, Zach, hanging out with you. Glad to be joining you all this fine Friday morning.
Indeed.
Friday,
Indeed.
man.
I'm here. I'm here.
Don't cricket me, bitch.
Asshole. So, Caleb mentioned something there in chat about glasses and just healing your eyes. You need to exercise your eyes more. Tell them to heal and work out what it is you do not want to see. Heaps of stuff we do not want to see as a child. And that is an interesting statement. It really, to me, harkens back to a book I read, I guess around 83 or so. And in this book, talked about that as a child, there are oftentimes traumatic situations that cause you to lock into a situation, lock into a traumatic incident that can then affect you throughout the rest of your life. And one of those is the need to see versus not see, the need to actually be told you can't see things. I saw Angela, maybe was that who it was, saying she was told to not see. In this book, there was techniques offered that would help a person alleviate these past damaging things, alleviate this trauma, this energy spot in the psyche, to get rid of it, to just really get it out of there so that you go forward. You don't have this repeated thing in you, the script, if you will, and the need for glasses will disappear. The need for a lot of things disappears. Allegedly, again, this is the promises of this book. I'm sorry, I'm really leading y'all down a really stupid road here. It was Dianetics, is what it was. And I've told you the story of how the book really inspired me and made me fill out a little card and take a little trip over to Austin, Texas, and almost get kidnapped by a bunch of fucking lunatics over there that I didn't know anything about Scientology or any of that. I just knew this book, Dianetics, had some information that seemed to lead to a place that would help me with not needing glasses anymore, getting over some childhood traumas. Oh, well, you live, you learn, you figure out. Fictional writers can really make up a bunch of cool sounding shit.
Shout out to Martin Leak there in chat.
What's up,
Flat thumbs from
Martini?
Martin. And just remember, guys, that's only like 1 or 2 degrees of separation between the psychopaths over there at Scientology and the psychopaths there at NASA. I'm just saying.
Well, if you look at, Jack Parsons and who he hung around with, I mean, that's JPL. Jet Propulsion Laboratories used to be Jack Parsons' laboratory. And he used to hang out with Aleister Crowley and people like that. So, yeah, that should tell you where a lot of these people who helped found NASA, where they're really coming from.
What was that TV
You
show?
don't know.
That I had.
I was just going to say, go look at Aleister Crowley. If I'm speaking gibberish to you right now, just go look up Aleister Crowley. And that, yeah, you'll see what I'm talking about.
It wasn't.
What's really crazy? Oh, I'm sorry, Josh. Go.
I was trying to think. It wasn't Dark Angel. It was something with the angel in it. It was the story of Jack
I know.
Parsons.
I'm trying to remember that show too. I was trying to remember. I started it and then got sidetracked and finished it. Damn it. We can look it up. We have an internet right there.
Hey, we probably could, couldn't we? But it's that final scene because they didn't.
Oh, here we go. Spoiler. La 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 la. Strange Angel.
Strange Angel. That's the one it was.
Yeah, Strange Angel again. La 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 la.
I wasn't going to spoil it. I was just going to tell you that you'll definitely want to check out that very last scene of the series because it really does highlight some of the things we've been discussing. Well, the series itself, but
what's crazy is I came about knowing this stuff in a backdoor kind of way from, like I said, these people literally showing up at the truck stop on the 4-lane outside of my little town. Oh, at least 2 or 3 years after me getting away from them. Just checking up on me. Wanted to come make sure I was okay. Anyway, I found a book at the library that was written by Woodward Bernstein, one of the guys involved with what we were told, Watergate. And it was him and the son of the man himself, L. Ron Hubbard's son, writing this book together on the formation of Scientology and how his dad was way into occult, never did any of the shit that was on the blurbs of the books, all the war, hero shit and the exploration of the world, all the stuff he had claimed to have done was all bullshit. A lot of perverted things going on in his high seas, floating organizations, floating orgs, they called them, so he could avoid a lot of laws that way. Anyway, in the book, talked about his relationships with that whole crew, the beginnings of NASA, of Oppenheimer, of them letting them do these fucking rituals out in the desert as they were building the atomic bomb and as they were forming NASA and all this shit to bring in the mother of the Antichrist and all this crazy shit. And I'm just reading this book, in the middle of the night, just losing my mind, thinking how close I had been to these people and escaped them. And then fast forward all these years later, and that's like, hey, guess what? NASA was formed by a bunch of fucking ritualistic, satanic, evil fuckers. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'll shut up. It's just crazy that it all connects. It all connects.
And it all goes to with what we are doing this for, you know? That is like the epitome of what we are fighting against. That whole globe lie and all that kind of stuff really stemmed from these people right there around that time. I mean, we know the globe wasn't being taught in the United States in schools in the 20s and 30s. We know that now. And these people right here are the ones that have changed the history books, you know, and started the whole globe and space. This whole, I mean, L. Ron Hubbard's whole thing about Scientology is about aliens from space. Isn't it Xenu or something like that?
That's it. Xenu lives up in the
Yep,
mountain caves.
Xenu put the bad guys in a volcano and stored them in this stuff that's almost like antifreeze, and they escaped, and that's who's inside you, making you do bad things. The Satans. Oh, I'm probably going to get a knock on my door now. I've exposed way too much.
For free. They don't mind you exposing it. They just want to
don't mind you
pay
exposing as long as you get $10,000
per Thetan level. Yeah. Well, probably a lot more than that.
And it's all here to make us question a creator. The whole space idea, the whole, oh, this is where you really came from, this and that alien blah, it's all there to remove you from this place. To make you think and dream about other worlds and these other places that if I was only there, it'd be better and this and that, and just not appreciating this amazing place that's been given to us. I mean, that's a spit in the eye of the creator right there. You know, that really is. They did such a wonderful job of grabbing our attention and having us focus on anything but this place. I mean, they even tell us, oh, yeah, we know more about space than we do about our own oceans. Why is that okay for them? Wouldn't they say, hey, maybe we should go look into the ocean? They don't want us looking at this place. They want us thinking about imagination land. That way our intent has no bearing whatsoever on this place.
Well, it's probably a secret conspiracy brought to you by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, just to say things like, oh, we know more about space than we do the ocean. Well, that just means we got to start funding into ocean research, shouldn't we? So we'll just start funding NOAA. You see how it all cycles back. So it's just their really double juke blind move to get you to invest in them by telling you that they know more about space than they do the ocean.
This is astrophysicists saying this, though. This is like Michio Kaku.
Well,
crap like
because he gets paid under the table by NOAA. Come on, Zach.
Yeah, everything that these people have created is to make you look away from the creation. In my opinion, that's what it's all about. They're trying to remove the creator from our lives, or even the notion or thought that this place was created for us and that we have this power. They don't want anybody knowing that. Just my thoughts on that matter. And you got to give it to them. They've done a really good job. They had me fooled.
Well, oh, sorry.
No, that's it. Rant over.
Well, I'm right there with you, Daz. Space exists, just not in this 3D world. It's the next dream up from here. Right. That's another thing for me that was a difficult transition to make, because in my dream work, my astral work, I've been there. I've seen that. There's no doubt. So for me to then to go, wait, that's not what it is? Wait, huh? So to understand it's not what it is, that we're not floating around in that place until you leave this physical realm, then yeah, I'm right there with you, sir. I have to address that one. It just hit home. Thank you, Daz. Real quick, shout out OG Scotty, Skid Row Interviews. Welcome. I'm not familiar with your channel, but I'm headed over there right now to check it out. Thank you for showing up here and hanging out with us. And I will also drop your channel link for everyone else there in the chat in case they can't get there, because I know it's kind of iffy sometimes where you can and can't go from the chats. Anyway, thank you for being here. I'm sure Hippie's already done it, but I'm trying to be on that same level. And I feel like I'm missing out on so much there in the chat, but I'm not going to bring it up at the moment. I just need to do some back chat looking to see where I lost the thread somewhere.
Can we do a little bit of space lettuce?
Man, can we not? Please do it. I'm saying yes. That's just really stupid. I don't know what my mouth is doing at the moment. Trying to read back chatter. What you got?
Asteroid of the week.
Oh shit! Again, another one is coming to kill us all
this week, and one they claim that we can maybe see somehow. I don't know if it already passed. We'll take a look. This is the first one. This was from 5 days ago. Asteroid 4 times the size of the Empire State Building, barreling towards Earth on May 27th. It will zoom safely past Earth at 47,200 miles an hour. So much. You think they're going to blow that thing up eventually? Or it'll be hit by an asteroid, they'll say? I don't know. The Empire State Building.
Where
I guess.
the image?
235 1989 JA will soundly miss our planet by about 2.5 million miles, or nearly 10 times the average distance between Earth and the Moon. Still, given this, or 1.8 kilometers in diameter and relatively close proximity to Earth, NASA has classified the asteroid as potentially hazardous, meaning it could do enormous damage to our planet if its orbit ever changes the rock's impact. Or blah blah. We're not going to get hit by that one. And then just go down.
Zach, I'm having trouble hearing you. Is it me or is it you?
Am I being low?
No, you're crackling in and out, but I don't know if I'm not having trouble now that something started spinning on my computer.
I didn't hear you crackling.
Oh, this is the same asteroid, but they're saying we can see it. Oh, and you can watch live as it whooshes harmlessly through the night sky. What? On Friday, okay, the rock will sing within, okay. At 2:26 UDT, 10:26 Eastern time here in the United States. So 2:26 Universal time. Oh, it's too far away to witness with the naked eye, but you might be able to spot it with a really powerful telescope, according to CNET. Or you can watch it pass by live on the Virtual Telescope Project's website.
You might be able to see it with a really, really powerful telescope if you happen to have one. But if not, you can totally watch it through our virtual telescope. And we promise it'll be the real thing, not a virtual.
Not a virtual
rendering for you to be entertained by.
The asteroid is one of more than 29,000 near-Earth objects that NASA tracks each year. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so if you have a really, really, really powerful telescope, then you might be able to see it, they're saying. So this is a really, it's one of those articles that's like, ooh, something I can see in the sky. I always loved all the comet stuff. I haven't heard too much comet stuff. For a while there, they were pushing it hardcore. But they're always saying this one might rival the sun during the midday. You're going to see two suns appear in the sky. Blah 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 blah. You know, you never even see any of them with the naked eye. I think there was one back in, what was it, 97 or 98? What was that one that came by? It had the big green tail. I remember seeing that.
Was that the Hulk one? I forget. One of them was big and green. We did a few years ago.
Maybe.
5 years.
Yeah, you're definitely cutting out, Zach, according to people in chat as well. I don't know what's going on.
All right, let me I'll go see what's going on. Yeah, the internet says it's, what the heck? Okay, yeah, I'll be right back.
That's fine. I'm sorry. I didn't want you to keep talking and us missing it. I know it's good stuff. Thank you there in chat for the information. I'm trying to go back. I keep scrolling up. It was Brian. I thought it was. I just don't want to say the wrong name. I got a story just really quickly while Zach's reloading. Thank you in chat. And I've already gone to the story. Who gave it to me? Man, was it I Want to Know More? I think it was. So, here we go. Okay, I have to share a picture that I'm going to put in the show description, which is located at tfrlive.com/Ironworx, in case you don't know. Apparently, from what I'm reading in the story, you're now seeing on your screen, and in that picture is the entirety of what Hubble has imaged since it's been doing its job.
Yeah.
I'll just let you suck that in for a second.
But can't you zoom in like way far into the past?
Not on this image. This is one somebody assembled for Twitter to be able to see. The ones you're talking about are those big 4 images, and I really didn't see the point in getting into all that on this radio show. We'll show you that this afternoon. Teaser. Come see us over there on Having a Sphere. But it's just interesting that we get this weird black and white image, but we're constantly showing these things as what Hubble is giving us as images. So I'm just trying to work out where the ones and zeros go from this to this. And I wish I had those ones and zeros on my computer because they're mighty pretty. It looks almost like a skin I'm wearing right now in Borderlands 3. Anyway, I just thought it was an interesting dichotomy of this and this, this and this. I'll put these side by side for you in the show description so you can do a comparison of this and this. All right, I'll stop. It's just ridiculous.
All those ones and zeros, Zach, Walter, Jesus Christ, how did that come out? They're hidden on your computer. They're there. They're just, behind that paywall up there in the creative cloud, you see. The only good way to get at those ones and zeros is first you have to build a small Adobe hut and then access the creative cloud that way.
All right. I should have known.
But that's where, all those ones and zeros to make that into that as where, yeah. I'm not saying there's a shop for pictures or something, or a shop where you go to adjust your photos to make them go from that to that.
What? Shout out in the chat, the man himself, James from Grounded Extracts, who will be hanging out with us here in just about 12 hours or so, 11 or so. What is it? 12, actually, here in about 12 hours. Over there on Have No Sphere this afternoon, if you would like to come hang out and get to know James better. I know we are looking forward to it. It's been a long time coming, brother. Thank you.
Absolutely, James. We were just mentioning earlier as we started the show that we needed to grab your logo from you and have it so we can have a little fun with it and do some stuffs with it.
Yeah, you know how we do it the day of the show.
Right. What we need is a day for just show prep. You know, like a production meeting.
Sorry, I'm just enjoying chat. That was the second image was the director's cut. Yeah, I didn't realize. I should have known. Oh, man. Sorry, I was doing check. Are you back, Zach? Did you fix it?
I don't know. Let's see.
Test, mic test, mic.
I hear you.
19 Tango 7 Foxtrot.
Jolly Roger, banana split. I don't know how to do it.
But yeah, I've been thinking about the ether a lot lately. Like, what's a good analogy for the ether? I was thinking of like a painting. Well, the ether is the canvas, and the paint inside the tube before anything's done. The ether is the background. And then Josh just said something about the ones and zeros. They're always there. You just never get to see them. That's kind of like the ether in a computer program. Not the computer itself or the screen or anything, none of the physical stuff. But inside that computer program, like if you're playing a video game, you don't see the ones and zeros anywhere ever. You can't find them. They're not there. You have to have a special programmer mode or like a God mode to see the ones and zeros. But they're always there in the background, moving, doing stuff. But we never get to see the ones and zeros. Maybe that's better of an analogy for what the ether is like. I don't know. What do you think?
Interesting. Well, that was a story I had shared. I don't know if we actually discussed it now that I say that, but I do remember dropping it in the pile. Wow. Well, apparently we're going to talk about that story on the other side of the break. Wow, that really snuck up on me.
Me too. Seems like I just looked and it was 13
I
minutes
did too.
away.
We had like 15 minutes. Right, exactly. What the frick? Okay, go.
All right. Well, that's going to bring us to the end of the first half of the second half. Stick around. We got lots more to come. More space lettuce, more good stuffs, more ramblings. Right up after this. Let Chris pay the bills. Let me get some more coffee.
I got a good philosophical statement for you. Life was designed to respond, to deserve, not to need. On this planet, it doesn't read, if you need, you will reap. No, it reads, if you plant, you will reap. You say, well, I really need to reap. Then you really need to plant. Life wasn't designed for the needers. Life was designed for the planters. Life doesn't respond to what we need. Life responds to what we deserve by activity, belief, faith, action, movement. You gotta take a step. So one of the things to make clear when you're bringing somebody on board is say, Mary, if you step, we do these things. If you take 3 steps, we go this, this, and this, and this. And if you do this, we do all of this. But if you don't move, we don't move. It's very important to make it clear. Why? Because everybody needs to pay. Everybody needs to pay. Even if the payment is only token, it has to be paid. Because life responds to deserve, not need.
Discover the extraordinary powers of intuitive healing with pain transmutation, a method of holistic healing for the human soul, body, mind, and emotions. If you are looking for answers and a deep understanding of how to help yourself and the people around you to live a happier, healthier life, this is the right place for you. Learn how to read your soul's history in the Akashic Records. Remove negative energy attachments from your astral body and start the process of inner and outer pain transmutation. Join Pain Transmutation Community to get started on the path of intuitive healing. Change your energetic state. Manifest new and exciting experiences. Re-energize your life and build inspiring connections with others in our community.
For 5,000 years, the world was ruled with wooden ships by one man. 242 years ago, a small group of free men crafted a new nation built on liberty and freedom. Global elites have been fighting to destroy this new nation called America ever since. Based on actual events, Charm of Favor tells a true story of how they corrupted the election system. They infiltrated federal agencies and murdered witnesses, judges, and even presidents to keep from being caught. Now, the largest and wealthiest crime syndicate the world has ever known has been drawn out of the shadows. They have killed hundreds of Americans and recently attempted to assassinate half our congressmen. Still, they escape arrest through an almost supernatural charm of favor. Read Charm of Favor and be prepared to open your eyes to what may lie just around the corner. Charm of Favor is available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble.
Real people, real radio.
Initiating the truth frequency.
This is Truth Frequency Radio.
And welcome back. Fourth and final segment of the Ironworks kicking off right now. That was a little addition given us by Walter. Who's this? Tom Bukovac and Guthrie Trapp jamming together. It's an hour long, 3 performances with a wicked lesson. So it says.
Pretty amazing stuff, guys, truly. I'm all about heavy duty, fast. I love it all like that. But there's something about this that just grabs you. Yeah, I'll share that link for sure with everybody.
Will do.
Really good stuff. And new to me. Didn't know these guys at all. Just found them. So, yeah, I'm finding a lot of new stuff here lately. It's really good to know that music is still out there. That's music for grown-ups. Shout out, Trippy Mickey. Before we left the break, we were talking about the space place and what it's about and all this, and Zach had some ideas, and then I remembered a story from, like, I think it was back in the first part of the year. Let me see, where's the date here? January 2022. Is space pixelated? So the idea is that there are these individual space-time pixels out there. Now, the way this works, you would have to imagine, again, like space in your mind here. Imagine the pixels would be so small if you were to enlarge things so that it became the size of a grain of sand, then atoms would be as large as galaxies. Wrap your head around that one for a second. But anyway, that's kind of the theory here, is that what we see up there is not what we are actually, looking and seeing. Is wish you could really look up at. I don't know. It's really a weird story to me. And it really just goes back to a lot of them saying a bunch of crap about gravity and gravitons. When you see the word gravitons with quotation marks around it, we know where we are. But just an interesting idea, considering what you were just speaking about. I'll drop that story for you all as well. Boom. It is in the chat there, and it is now going to be in the chat on Rockfin. Thank you guys there. I see on Rockfin. Hanging tight.
Brian in chat says there will be a FE meetup at Codorus State Park tomorrow at noon for anybody that might want to come. Brian is in Michigan, I believe. I think. Not 100%. I knew that's where he grew up, was Northern Michigan. We were talking about that last night. Shout out to all you Yoopers out there. Yoopers stand for people that live on the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Michigan's kind of split into almost two separate parts. And yeah, it's just the Upper Peninsula. If you've never been there and you want to go someplace that nature hasn't been overrun, at least the last time I was there, it wasn't. I mean, that's like northern Minnesota type areas. Just gorgeous, beautiful, not a lot of people, whole lot of animals, and just beautiful scenery everywhere. I love northern Michigan. Oh, Codorus is in Pennsylvania. Sorry about that. The state park is in Pennsylvania. So if you're anywhere near, there's going to be a meetup tomorrow at noon at the state park. I'm excited for Flattoberfest. I am getting pumped. Now Mike Williams is a speaker again, the Sage of Quay.
That's somebody I want to get on and talk to, Sage of Quay. That's somebody else I'd listened to for a long, long time. Well, before Flat Earth, I was listening to Sage of Quay.
Yeah, just brilliant researcher. And she's going to be flying out Chief Crow again to come jam. That's going to be awesome. Benjamin Balderson is coming out from California, going to be speaking. Yeah, this is going to be one to remember for sure. Of course, Cammie and I will be there doing How the World Works. Going to have a couple new toys to play with, so that should be fun. But yeah, if you are interested, I know tickets are on sale right now, like a extra sale. Cheaper than you'd get them if you actually went and bought them at the door at flatearthfestivals.com. Go check it out. It's going to be a blast. I can't wait.
So I saw this story roll across. Made me kind of smile. Shout out to Jess Green there in chat as well. Good morning, Jess. Jess lives just down the road. I could probably go out to my back door and yell real loud, "Good morning, Jess," and there's a good chance she might be able to hear me. Anyway, I saw the story roll across and it kind of made me smile. Somebody talking about Elon Musk here. Let me make this big. It says, Elon Musk says Earth is, quote, basically empty, end quote, and that city folks are just living in illusion, which, hell, sounds like some shit I would say.
Yeah.
So Tesla Inc. CEO Elon Musk expanded on his previous commentary on the human population on Wednesday. Musk said on Twitter that humans are absurdly concentrated on a tiny percentage of Earth's surface. The entrepreneur said that people in cities think that Earth is full of people, but in fact it is basically empty. And it goes on through all these stuff and kind of showing maps when he has tweeted. I hate these fucking articles that just recap people's tweets. Musk's comments came in a Twitter thread where he earlier pointed out that South Korea and Hong Kong face population collapse. He said if Korea's birth rates remain unchanged and the country's population will be only almost 6% of its current population in 3 generations, with its majority of the people over the age of 60. Yeah, that's scary. As of 2021, worldwide urbanization was at 56%, according to data from Statista, with North America being the most urbanized continent at 82%. Asia, which is the world's most populous continent, had an urbanization of 52%, while Africa, the second most populous continent, had an urbanization of 43%. All right, I'm kind of done here. I get the idea. They're still operating on the idea that there's 7 billion people, if you even buy that, although I tend to go back and forth. Sometimes I think, yeah, that's probably pretty reasonable. Other times, I don't know. Either way.
I just don't buy it.
83% of Africa was covered with people. Is that what?
No, I'm not quite sure how they were classifying urbanization, but like I know that 52% of North America is not urbanized. I cannot imagine it's that much. Well, urbanized.
I mean, you could fit 5 Russians in Africa.
I could say suburbanized, maybe. Unless they want to include all the suburbs as well. I don't know. Don't know. Angela Baby Carson, you crashed. You sleep well. And hopefully we will see you
Love you,
right
lady.
back here this
Thank you.
evening.
Yeah, get a break. Get a nap. I will.
And I'm sure it's going to be a great conversation. You'll want to join in because you have a lovely garden. And I think we're going to be talking a lot of gardening and growing this evening, to be sure. And extracting and concentrating. And
yeah, buddy. I was just perusing
distilling and other things.
The site and all its goodies. So, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. We'll definitely go deep today. I'm really interested to find out a lot. And I've been looking at reviews while I've been perusing, trying to find that logo that should be easy, but all I can find is a tiny one, James. So you'll definitely have to send us one, brother. But anyway, yeah, I'm excited. I'm definitely excited.
Yeah, and just real quick, I don't want to get too much into it because we are going to have mine tonight, but it's not just the herbs that James is using. I've met James. We've hung out a couple times now, and I watch him on, him and Austin on Mellowdome.
I know, the Mellowdome. Amazing stuff. Yeah.
James is just a good person. He has good intent. So the stuff that he makes, he's making it to support his family, which puts even more intent into it, It really does when you look at it that way. It's the stuff he makes it's magical. I've heard people talk about the stuff they get from him, and they want to pay more. It's crazy. Is this all I really owe you? I don't, he's not in it just to make money at all. At least I don't think so. You can tell, when you meet him, he's just one of those good guys. And he's so grateful for everything he has. It's just, it's great to see someone like that flourish and have that, all that good intent and goodwill and just goodness be appreciated by people. And he gets, compensated for all that love that he puts out there. That's a beautiful thing. To be able to work out of your home and support your family doing that is awesome. So yeah, he's a special guy. So I cannot wait for you guys to really get to know him better.
Yeah, I'm excited. And the fact that he's recently made this big move, and it's really inspiring that a lot of people are gathering out there in that part of the world. Very inspiring for those of us who yearn for a different life, for sure.
I see Jess in chat saying she'd like to discuss maybe coming on sometime soonish, hoping we could schedule something that includes a certain other flat earther. You let me know who that other flat earther is, and I'm sure we could do our best to make it happen.
I know, I'm intrigued now too. I can't wait to find out who that would be, Jess.
And at the very least, I have a second mic here, so if you have any connectivity issues or whatever, I can always get you in over here again, because you're so close. I can't imagine there'd be any issue with me swinging out there, picking you up for a show and dropping you off back afterwards. Cannot imagine.
And I'm reading chat. Also, I'm sorry. You guys are so good, just amazing. Good Lord. I can't, it's not even, those words don't even touch it. That's not even enough to say. The love, the beauty, the souls, the life, the sharing, it's really overwhelming sometimes. It really is. It really, truly is. And to see it growing, good Lord, to see it growing. That's what's so great, that in spite of all of the planned events and all of the crap they heap upon all of us, because as much as we try to stay out of all of that, still affects. It's not us directly; it's our family that we care about, our friends that we care about. We're affected by it, and it's just amazing to see this amazing group of folks. I'm just gushing. I'll stop.
Liz says chat has grown so beautifully.
It's amazing.
And it really is, because she's definitely one of those that would recognize it and be able to see it, and has been here since its infancy.
Been there since the early days. Love you, lady. Of all you guys. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to point out one when it's just an amazing group, dude. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
I bet you it wouldn't be too terribly difficult of a task for me to mention to Mr. David Weiss that someone from his Friend Finder app would like to come on and just say hi and have a little discussion. Someone here close to me. So I think it would be a relatively easy task. We'll see if we can't make that happen.
Probably make that happen. We know a guy. We know.
108 blue dots away from hitting 60,000.
168, you said?
138.
38.
Yes.
That is so crazy.
15,906 or 862.
Surprised he does not live stream these rollovers. I'm sure
it's been growing. That's crazy, man.
Something on the back end of his website that would show these numbers and just stream it as it rolls over to 60.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, we are talking about the flat Earth, sun, moon, and zodiac clock app by Blue Water. You can get it at Google or iTunes or the iStore or the Android App Store. Google Play, is it? I don't know.
Yeah,
you know where
it is.
That sounds
it's
right.
The Play Store. That sounds right. Something like that.
Whatever that one thing is that does that stuff.
It's where the apps live.
$2.59. If you find one that is free and download it, please do not send David an email telling him his app sucks. That is not David's app.
You suck because you couldn't get it right.
Yeah, waking up people daily. I mean, that app has probably woken up more people. I couldn't even put a number on it. It's amazing. And the 60,000 is just the number of people that are willing to put their name out, or at least their, avatar out there and say, hey, I'm a flat earther, to be, bold about it. There are a plethora of people beyond that have the app that don't use the Friend Finder. So it has waken up way more than just the 60,000 that are using. way more than that.
Yeah, way more.
And they just did a bunch of updates. There, if you have any suggestions, Dave's, he's make improvements and new things that is going to help people wake other people up. It's a tool. It is. It's when you're out on the street and all you have is your phone, and you don't want, and people aren't going to sit there and wait for you to search for this and search for that and search for this. It's all right there in one spot. You can be like picture, 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 video, 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 with none of the searching. So yeah, it's a great tool for people trying to wake people up, and it's a great gift for those that are trying to figure this place out, for the first time. Like today, there's going to be a new flat earther made. And it'd be great if they had that app. It'd make their life so much easier. I remember back in the day when we first started all this stuff, there was a lot of good stuff coming out, but there was so many questions that were unanswered. And we had to do a lot of research to figure all this stuff out. Now a lot of the research has been done, but they hide it from us. You can't go find all these great videos. Well, on that app, there's playlist after playlist after playlist, all broken down, different categories, gravity, eclipses, boats over the horizon. It's got them all the main questions. You can answer it right there. $2.99. Go get it.
93 within 50 kilometers of me. 93 other people.
Willing to say, hey, I'm a flat earther. This is where I am. That's awesome, dude.
I remember how alone I felt when I called into that radio station. For real. Like I was going to be the only motherfucker in St. Louis, probably the only motherfucker in Missouri. And apropos of nothing, I have two cute little Bubba Stink Bug sprots poking up out of the dirt downstairs. And then I've got 3 baked Alaska standing tall, getting ready to start reaching for the light. I'm going to have to move them up a little closer to the light here soon. But yeah, I've got 5 going plus the 2 that are flowering. I'm not quite sure. I thought for sure I would have put money that I did not get my seeds mixed up and that they were going to be my Durban poison. But the fact that they started flowering all by themselves sort of implies that I fucked up somewhere and ended up mixing up my seeds and somehow have my Jack Harrer planted where I thought I planted my Durban poison. So it's either Durban poison autoflower that I didn't order, or it's the Jack Harrer autoflower that I ordered but got mixed up and thought I didn't plant, or at least didn't propagate. Either way, I'm looking forward to what could possibly, hopefully, be at least 1 or 2 females so that I can kick this little arrow cloner into high gear. I'd like to give it a shot, see what it's doing, take some cuttings. Because if I can get those Bubba Stink Bugs cut and a nice big full canopy of Bubba Stink Bug, I'll be one happy camper.
Got Bubba Stink.
It's been a long time since I've actually gotten something with that much like legit bag appeal. I've had some really good smoke, but it's very rare do you find one that sort of stands head and shoulders above the rest. And I think Bubba Stink Bug does that. So shout out if you can get your hands on some. Because it's well worth it.
Big shout out, I gotta say, to Rick Simpson.
Him's a genius.
He really is. I've seen it with my own eyes. He created that stuff to help fight skin cancer. Unwanted moles and things like that are cancerous or, just, I don't even like the word cancer, but, these things that appear on our bodies and you can cut them off and it's like grown down into you, I think it's almost like a vent, like a smoke pipe for our different, whatever it is, whatever's inside of us that needs to get these toxins out. And it's like, that's just an idea I have. I don't know. But Rick Simpson oil seems to be able to cure these things, to get rid of them. I have seen with my own eyes. I only did it for about a week and a half, maybe. I saw a person that had been applying it to a mole, and on like day 6, they pulled off the bandage and the mole came out, almost like a wart.
That's crazy.
With the Band-Aid. There's a little crater there right now, but it's starting to heal up and fill in and look like a normal part of their skin again. It's amazing, this stuff. It really is. That's why they make it illegal. Because it's as simple as squirting some on your body and covering up with the Band-Aid. So big shout out to Rick Simpson and all the people out there that are still sharing this wonderful, wonderful gift with the world. Thank you all. I know you guys are putting yourselves at risk and, all that kind of stuff, but thank you so much. You are truly healing the world in ways that, can't say thank you enough. So thank you all who are out there doing that. Much love.
Shout out to Christopher David over there on D-Live as well, who I mention on occasion, but I always forget that we're live on D-Live every time we go.
Me too. Damn it. All right. It's a bad hair day. I just wanted y'all to see the kitty. Our good friend. Oh, buddy. Watch out. Well, he almost yerked my ear off trying to get out. Sorry. Let me get my headphone back on. Our good friend and just angel, literally, on the plane, Daryl Davis reached out and wanted me to let everybody know that he has recently reprocessed things and is definitely in a position to help anyone who needs help. I should have it handy. I don't have it, but I will get it. And it'll be either in the show description or just reach out to us here at Iron Realm Media. Wow, that got us. Sorry, love you guys.
Love you guys. Make sure you come right back here in about 11 or so hours. Hang out with us and James from GroundedExtracts.com, and we will continue on with this great conversation. In the meantime, you guys be good, be well. We love you. Bye-bye.